Hello, my name is Florian Jakob. I'm going to show you around on ProfiCloud.io, the IoT platform from Phoenix Contact. And in this video, we're going to tackle the usage of the flowchart diagram in the timesheet data service to create custom images with values, changing animations, and so on and so on. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So I'm already in my example dashboard. As you can see, what I need to do now is I need to add an empty panel. Again, something like this. Head over to the visualization option and search for the flow charting diagram. We are going to work with it. So I'm going to select again my energy storage, and I'm going to use the state of charge because it's very convenient to work with. I'm going to name it, and I'm heading over to the flowchart diagram. I'm going to create a new diagram. I'm going to call it battery 02, and I'm going to use a blank diagram and create. I need to save it on my local folder, and what I want to do is now I want to create an image, so to say, of a battery, and I want to have the state of charge in this image so I can actually directly see and understand what's happening there. Therefore, I'm just going to use the rectangle, something like this. I just clicked on it. I'm just going to make it so the most important things we need to do is we need to actually give all these things a name, an ID. So I'm just going to go it like this, edit data, and double click here on the cryptic ID. We're going to name it battery background because we don't need it really 01. I'm just going to copy that because I want to do it like this, edit data and double click again, battery background 02, and click on apply. And there we go. We now have the background elements, and now it's very important, edit data. We are going to name it state of charge underscore 100 because it's the 100%. Click on apply. We're going to do exactly the same, and if you use Command M on a Mac or Control M, you will be directly in this area. We're going to do it like this. I'm just going to copy all that. 10%, and if it's empty, then it is empty, I guess. So what I want to do is I'm just going to select all of my areas over here, and I'm going to remove the line, and the filling, I want to change it to gray. So that means when there's no data, the battery will be gray, doing exactly the same with the other elements as well. Remove the line, and you can see the last option over here. Click on apply. So that looks good for me so far. What I could now do is I could add a text, for example, and I'm just going to make it a bit bigger here, something like this. And if you click on the text over here, we can select the text. I want to have it like 24 pixels, and with a double click I can change it, state of charge, whatever you like. Something like that. Again, I also need to set the ID. I'm going to name it state of charge value because we will add the value to this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give it a filling, and it should be white. Now I can move it inside my battery, so to say. Let's see. Now I see that all changes have saved, and to use this visualization in the timesheet data service, I need to go over to File and Export as. Export as XML as a compressed version, otherwise it's not working, and export it. And I'm going to open it in a new window, and there we go. I now can just simply copy all of that, head back to the timesheet data service, scroll down a little bit, click on flowchart over here, and we can see the XML source content over here. If we just remove what's in there, it will be empty. If we add what we have created, it will look like this. Scaling means that it will be automatically as big or as wide as the panel area. Center is also very interesting, very useful, I would say. You could also have the grid available and so on, so you can just simply play around, or you can change the background color. I'm going to leave it like this because the really interesting thing happens. I'm just going to collapse this and collapse the visualization as well. The really interesting is in the mapping. So what I want to do, since I already have the state of charge over here, I can change the default rule, can expand it. I'm going to name it state of charge value, because the first thing I want to change is the state of charge over here. Now I can use the alias to the metric. As you can see, I'm directly getting the suggestion over here. Aggregation last is fine. Let's say last not null. I can change the unit. I can change the unit to percentage. I can decide the decimals. Right now, we could have the base color at red. We can change that, but so far we're just going to leave it like it is. What I need to now is I want to replace this text. So that means I need to label the text mappings, and now is the important where it comes into play that we renamed all these things in the draw.io stuff. I can identify it by ID, and I can just click on the plus. I can select the ID, and let's take the state of charge value when every time when one and critical could also be the case, and I want to just remove everything. So the whole text will be replaced with the metric value coming in. So since I now have the value available over here, I want to have it colored in the background. So I'm going to click on add new rule over here, expand my rule, name it state of charge 10%. So what we want to do, the first thing is, as soon as it's above 10%, we want to color the lowest bar over here, or above 0%. We're going to apply it to the metric state of charge, and we're going to remove the unnecessary colors over here, and we want to invert it so it's very easy. So the base level is not 1 but 0. So we're going to do it like this, and we're going to, the base color should always be transparent, so it's not changing anything here, and the color should be, for example, green as soon as it hits this value. Since we're talking about percentages, we need to do it like this, 0.1. So as soon as something is above 0.1, the first bar will be colored. Now we are heading over to the color tooltip area over here. Since we identified everything in here, we can just click on the plus, select the state of charge, where is it, the 10%, something like this. Now it's always this colors, but we wanted to have it when warning or critical message is here. We need to do this 10 times, so we're going to fast up the video a little bit, but in the end I'm just going to clone this rule. I'm just going to rename it to 20%, something changes the value to 0.2, and I am going to add a different bar over here as well, and as you can see now it's green as well. State of charge 100, something like this. Yeah, it would be something like that. If it's 100%, and that's it. Now its value, we need to sort this a little bit, so it's looking like this. So we have from 10 to 100%. Let's do something like that. Let's check the last 7 days, see if we have a graph in here, state of charge. Maybe let's take it this. Now it's taking the last value from this time frame. As you can see, it's at 71%. If we go to this area, it will 66%, and it will not be visible anymore. So that's how you can make use of the battery energy monitoring. I'm going to edit it so we can see it a little bit better. It will change according to what you have set up here. It is possible to do this with, for example, images, with flowchart diagrams, and so on and so on. So you have a lot of possibilities to make use of this feature. I can now show you some examples where we are going to use all of this, and we can do that in manage in the dashboard library. The copper monitoring, this is also using exactly the flowchart diagram. Right now there's no data coming in, which is fine. So this is how it could be looking like. We have an energy flow example, something like the energy is coming from the sun. We can use animations. so we can actually see the energy flowing into the battery, into the company, and so on. So this is very basic, but I hope it's getting clear what you could also do with the energy flow chart diagram. So this makes it very valuable if we want to visualize energy flows. For example, also weather forecasts with cloudy stuff and something like that. You can play with your fantasy, with your creativity. That's how you're using the flowchart diagram. Thank you very much for watching these small video snippets. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out. We are more than happy to show you around, give you a live demonstration of what we are showing here. And we are very curious about your use cases. So please reach out. Have a good day. Bye bye.